Now that you say that, you know, we are all from spiritual homes, which is making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then as I grow up, I become a Christian. I throw away all the things I'm supposed to do. Would the Wuni, which is my star, conform to the Christian life I have now, or whatever I represent from my spiritual background? That is what I will be.
That is what you will be. Your Christian life will be different from your spiritual life, even though you doesn't serve it. You get. If you had never gone wrong with it, you are going to live a clean life.
You live a clean life, with your Christian life. You live a clean life.
Yes.
But if you go wrong,
maybe there was a time you went into promise to get yourself or something that you had it, and you later become a Christian without going to fulfill it. It will let you understand that it still works for you. Yeah, we have people who believe in God, pray every day, 24 hours, but they still have problems. They still have problems. Finally have to come for spiritual.
No, but this is making a lot of, you know, educational sense. For those of you who find it a bit, you know, confusing, or you haven't been able to break it down, this is what Nana Genton is saying. You know, from your spiritual background, let's say that is one line. And then as you grow, you become a Christian. That is line 2.
Line 2.
Now, if you haven't done anything to affect your spiritual background, which is line 1, you can be a Christian and do whatever. You will succeed. Nothing will happen to you. You will progress. You will do whatever you want to do.
Sometimes you don't even do it yourself.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even know.
Your father find it hard giving birth.
And then he went
to
promise
to have you on as a child.
Yes.
And later had you. As you are young, your father wouldn't tell you.
Yes.
That is why we name children by gods. They can call somebody Wuni. They can call somebody Tia. It means your father went in for that. If even your father should die, later the meaning of the name will signify you that you were taken out from somewhere.
You need to. Something has to be done.
Something has to be done. You can do it yourself, then you will be free.
No, now I get it.
Don't do it.
If you don't do it, there will be a problem.
It hands you. If it doesn't hand you, it hands you at long last.
This thing you are saying is very true. I need to admit to this. I have met people who have been through this. I have seen, I have heard, in fact, and I have witnessed people who are currently going through this. They forgot to do certain things that their tradition demands.
Where their parents came from.
Yes, like they don't know where they come from.
Yeah.
They don't know where their parents came from.
Your father came to hustle in Accra, came to hustle in the UK,
and gave birth to you there.
Yes. When even before your father traveled, he went to a God to promise that he wants to come home with wealth, that is money, and with children and wife. You get. Now came to the place to give birth to
he has the wealth, he has the
later
children.
Return that you didn't return. Your father prayed to have you.
Yes.
So if your father is no more, you need to start.
So those children have to come back.
They have to come back.
They have to come back to where the promise was made.
So if a person doesn't know where you come from and you are handled by it, you meet people like us. You get, the soothsayers. I'm very good at soothsaying, seeing the same problem. We can sit at our own homes and satisfy your hometown gods that we don't even know. Yes, we invite the gods. And it tells you what it was. Yes. With them. This is the problem that this person is having. What did the father promise to do? And as it has taken long, is he into punishment?
Yes. What penalties are there?
Is there any penalty ahead? Yeah, we will know. Then we'll sit down here, then we'll do. You can use the Tongbong of Ghana to call the Tongbong of Dagbon, to call the Tongbong of the Volta. You get,
and they can communicate. So meaning you can settle the matter on behalf of a Ghanaian.
Yes.
Or settle the matter on behalf of an Everman. Or an Ashanti man.
You don't even understand English. I'm giving an example. Then you meet your fellow human being. You know he's a human being.
Yes, you know he's a human being.
But if even he talks English, at the end of the day, you will be able to understand what the fellow wants or needs from you. Yes.
Oh, beautiful conversation, man.
It is.
Yeah, full of education. So you might be living a very successful life.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. But you could be serving a living God with all your might and you will still be encountering problems. The problem could be coming from your home.
Yeah.
Something your father or your mother did, or something you did on your own when you were younger.
Yes.
Or you even know, but you are challenging its powers, so you decided not to book it.
Yes.
You know, we have people who were, pagans or who were following tradition before they transitioned to become Christians or Muslims.
Yes.
They feel so strong that they say, no, these ones, it's powerless.
I believe in God.
Some even burn it.
For that matter, there's nothing beyond God's work.
Yeah. For such people, how do you handle them? Right, Vibes in 5, Ghana's first social media celeb talk show. The name Arnold, Elavanyo. You can always call me, bro, you see me? Big shouts to Sat, big shouts to Legend and Eddie. We're back here for the conversations that you guys already know about. Worldwide, spiritual convo happens here on Vibes in 5. And please take note that whatever you do with information from this conversation is entirely your responsibility, the outcome thereof. Vibes in 5, the crew, the host, will not be held liable for that. So please take note of that and stick with it. Nana Jentong is my guest, first time appearance on Vibes in 5. And, let's see how it goes. Nana, welcome.
Thank you.
Your brother tells me, Arnold, I've brought you a warrior.
Yes,
and I know warriors are Sapashinis, right?
Sapashinis, yeah. And that is the meaning of Jentong.
The meaning of Jentong.
Fearless.
It means the fearless one.
The fearless man.
The fearless man. Yeah. Is that eagle claws I'm seeing? What animal is it? This one?
This animal is a type of animal that feeds in the water, but it stays far away from the water.
It doesn't live in the water.
In the water.
But it feeds from the water.
From the water. It stays far away. Then when it flies from its home, it can be around here, then sees like far away inside the water. When there are 1,000 fishes and flews from its home, it goes in to pick exactly choice of the fish that it missed before flying.
Okay, so now let's get it. Let's get it straight.
Inside the water.
So the choice it makes out of the fishes before it flies. It goes straight for that one.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
But the fish, they are moving in the sea, they are moving in the water.
Well, it flies as it looks at it.
So as it's flying, it's taking a look at it.
Taking a look at it. Wherever it passes, where it gets into so many fishes, when it still comes, that is the
That is the one it will pick.
It will pick.
How do you call it in your language, that bird?
It is called pong.
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 Pong. Somebody has mentioned this pong here before.
Yeah.
I hear it's used for spiritual works.
Yeah, spiritual works. How to see from far.
How to see from far.
See someone's problem.
Please, if you know the English name for pong, write it in the comment section. Let's know which bird it is.
It feeds in the water.
It feeds in the water, but it doesn't stay in the water.
Yeah, it doesn't stay.
And it doesn't fail, whichever choice it
when
makes.
it enters into the water with the choice it makes. Yes.
So is it easy to capture?
This one, even when you are from your house and you are prepared to kill it, before you get to where it lives, it already knows somebody is there to hunt it. Yes. So normally it is good hunters, like our old hunters.
The old hunters.
Our place, they tie them.
They tie them before they go.
They go. Yeah, and it doesn't feed in the night. It feeds at daytime. So you tie it when you know the location where it sleeps. You tie it, then you go at night. Then you
to hunt it.
To hunt it.
So how did you get your own?
Oh, my own father is a strong hunter. Was a strong hunter.
Okay.
He's no more.
He's no more.
Yeah.
So he killed this. Bang.
And I still have my brothers who are hunters.
They are also hunters.
That is what we do for.
So do you use it? Do you use it for spiritual works?
We use it for spiritual works. There's something here. When you put this thing in your eye, you can sit here and you see from far, like America. Before somebody calls to say his or her problem, you can sit here and have a look at what the fellow is facing.
Is that Tila?
Yeah, that is the same animal, the eye of the same
the
animal.
eye of the same bird.
Bird is grind into this thing as spreads
Okay.
that we use in seeing people problems. Normally, that one is soothsayers who have access to
Soothsayers
it.
use it more.
Yes,
Because
more.
they see and
They
tell.
see and tell.
Ah.
You get. And you can use this to help somebody figure out his dream. Like when you are in a way of traveling, when this thing is in your eye and you see somebody who is a help to you, you will know. But normally those who are not spiritual people and they need helps in charm, this is also good at charm.
It's also good for charm.
Good for charm. It makes you figure out who is good to you and who will be a help to you when you meet so many people or you are in the midst of so many people.
You have a lot around you. In fact, your whole body is busy.
Yes.
So many apparatus around you. And are they all your powers?
No, there are powers at home. Everything that is here has its uses. Yeah, and they have their bigger goals that is at home.
The bigger goals are sitting at home.
At home, yeah, you can travel with this. And when somebody brings out a problem, you can send one of this to solve the person's problem. You know, once spirit is solving so many people's problem, spirit too can be busy.
Spirit too can be busy.
Can be busy, yeah. It can be busy, depending on the distance involved in what you ask it to do. So when this one is at works and another man comes for another problem, you can send this one.
But do they all do the same thing?
No, they do different things. This one is a woman.
Okay.
And this one is a man.
Okay.
You get.
Okay.
This one is very good at bringing problems to people.
Oh.
And this one is very good at saving people.
One is very good at saving people, and the other one is very good at bringing problems. Like
it
me, I don't want peace. I want problems.
You want problem.
How?
Or somebody can worry you to some extent that you also want to give out problem to the person to be busy on his problem and allow you rest in peace.
So this is the one you used to give the problems.
The problems.
Problems like which problems?
There are so many problems as which the person will demand. You knows what type of problem to give to a person. Every problem suits whoever you say.
But which problems are you able to give? If people come say, give somebody problems.
Oh, especially this black thing, it makes people blind.
It makes people blind.
Yeah, it can make a person blind, seriously. Yes, and this particular one can take a person out of like any spiritual problem.
This one can take a person out of any spiritual problem.
If somebody else has made somebody blind or has given somebody stroke, has given somebody any type of spiritual sickness, this is the woman that also goes to solve
that problem.
That problem.
So you are carrying problem and the solutions all around, all on your hands.
Yes. There's nobody that do not have a problem, even in our own homes. Yes, because everybody comes from a spiritual home.
Everybody comes from a spiritual home.
Everybody. If you go to check from the start of your generation, you will know you come from
a spiritual home.
Yes.
Oh, but there are some Christian homes, they don't have spirits.
They are Christians, but they comes from spiritual home. Only that they have choose a way of life to live.
Okay.
You can choose any way of life to live. Being a Muslim, a Christian. But if you check from your generation, you comes from
a spiritual home. So what significance does that have on our lives?
It gets so many significance. Like we have something that is in everyone. Everybody has it. We will call it in our language wuni.
Wuni.
Yes, I am a Konkomba man. We have that one called wuni. That is the star of a person. That one is inbuilt. When you are created, when you come on earth, you have that. That is your own spirit that works for you. Your own spirit can let you get peace, and your own spirit can let you worry yourself or feel bad or destroy your destiny. That is the work of the wuni. And it can let you get anything that people see it to be very busy. When you go there, you get it very easy. That is your own spirit called
wuni. So that your own spirit can cause problems for you.
Yes,
and it can
a person's own spirit that has not been sent by anybody can cause problems
for you,
for your own self.
Wow.
Yes. Depending, like this matter I'm saying, we all come from spiritual homes. Yes, if you are from a family where there are wicked people, you were born and bred and you are of the same blood. They have the wune at home. The wune goes with a ghost called Kwalugu.
Kwalugu.
Yeah, the Kwalugu is what brought about the soothsaying. Without this, you can't be a soothsayer without the Kwalugu. It consists of two things. That is the Tongbani. That is the land of a place. If there is a land like Accra here, they have their gods that they serve.
Yes.
Even though you are a Christian or a Muslim,
The Ghanaians have their gods that they serve.
You still believe that the gods exist.
Yes.
Yes, that is the Tongbang. Yes, you can be a Ghanaian and you are in US and your auntie can sit in Accra here and go and give you to one of the gods that they serve to destroy you or to get you back home without anything.
And it will happen.
Yes, and it must happen. It will come to you, make sure it destroys everything you have before you get home. Your auntie can go to that ghost. That is what that is the bigger ghost where all this Wuni Kwalugu comes from.
So there's a bigger one and the smaller ones, but they all connect to the big one.
To the big one. So before a person can be good at solving problem, you need to have to be close to the bigger ghost.
You need to be close to the bigger one.
The bigger one, so that once a person, anybody, any problem that comes on a person must fall on these two things. Whether it's your enemy, someone who knows you or not, sending a problem to you. If these two things are standing behind you, or these three things are standing behind you, your enemy cannot send any problem to you. Yes, that is why sometimes when we travel, before you travel, you say you will go and tell, consult your hometown gods. Where I come from, they are still pagans.
They are still pagans.
Pagans, yeah. We doesn't believe in anything apart from
the gods.
The gods. So
I
before
see.
even you travel to find anything, you go to tell the gods and promise, if I should go and I get what I want, if I'm back, I will give you this. And when you go and you get it, you give.
You have to come back and give it.
So when you do that and you go, it stands by you. Anybody that comes on your way to bring a blockage to the road of your success, no, the gods must fight.
They will fight for you. Because you came to pay homage.
Homage, yes.
So it is very important.
Very, very
now
important.
That we are,
the person knows where you come from.
Where you come from. Now that you say that, we are all from spiritual homes, which is making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then as I grow up, I become a Christian. I throw away all the things I'm supposed to do. Would the Wuni, which is my star, conform to the Christian life I have now, or whatever I represent from my spiritual background? That is what I will be.
That is what you will be. Your Christian life will be different from your spiritual life, even though you doesn't serve it. You get. If you had never gone wrong with it, you are going to live a clean life.
You live a clean life, with your Christian life. You live a clean life.
Yes.
But if you go wrong,
maybe there was a time you went into promise to get yourself or something that you had it, and you later become a Christian without going to fulfill it. It will let you understand that it still works for you. Yeah, we have people who believe in God, pray every day, 24 hours, but they still have problems.
They still have
problems. Finally have to come for spiritual.
No, but this is making a lot of educational sense. For those of you who find it a bit confusing, or you haven't been able to break it down, this is what Nana Gentong is saying. From your spiritual background, let's say that is one line. And then as you grow, you become a Christian. That is line 2.
Line 2.
Now, if you haven't done anything to affect your spiritual background, which is line 1, you can be a Christian and do whatever. You will succeed. Nothing will happen to you. You will progress. You will do whatever you want to do.
Sometimes you don't even do it yourself.
Yes, sometimes you don't even know.
Your father find it hard giving birth.
And then he went
to
promise
to have you on as a child.
Yes.
And later had you. As you are young, your father wouldn't tell you.
Yes.
That is why we name children by gods. They can call somebody Wuni. They can call somebody Tia. it means your father went in for that. If even your father should die, later the meaning of the name will signifies you that you were brought
taken
out
from somewhere.
From
so
somewhere.
You need to, something has to be done.
Something has to be done. You can do it yourself, then you will be free.
No,
If
now I get it.
Don't
yes.
do it.
If you don't do it, there'll be a problem.
It haunts you. If
Yes.
even it doesn't haunt you, it haunts you at long last.
This thing you are saying is very true. I need to admit to this. I have met people who have been through this. I have seen, I have heard, in fact, and I have witnessed people who are currently going through this. They forgot to do certain things
and
that their
don't
tradition
even know
demands.
where their parents came from.
Yes,
Like
they don't know where they come from.
Yeah.
They don't know where their parents came from.
Your father came to hustle in Accra, came to hustle in the UK,
and gave birth to you there.
Gave birth to you there.
Yes.
When even before your father traveled, he went to a God to promise that he wants to come home with wealth, that is money, and with children and wife. You get. Now came to the place to give birth.
Now he has the wealth, he has the
later
children.
return that you didn't return. Your father prayed to have you.
Yes.
So if your father is no more, you need to start.
So those children have to come back.
They have to come back.
They have to come back to where the promise was made.
So if a person doesn't know where you come from and you are haunted by it, you meet people like us. You get the soothsayers. I'm very good at soothsaying, seeing the same problem. We can sit at our own homes and satisfy your hometown gods that we don't even know. Yes, we invite the gods.
And
it tells
and
you
on a
what
round
it
table
was.
meeting.
Yes. With them. This is the problem that this person is having. What did the father promise to do? And as it has taken long, is he into punishment?
Yes. What penalties are
or
there?
Is there any penalty ahead? Yeah, we will know. Then we'll sit down here, then we'll do. You can use the tongbong of Ghana to call the tongbong of Dagbon, to call the tongbong of the Volta. You get,
and they can communicate.
And they can
so meaning you can settle the matter on behalf of a Gaman.
Yes.
Or settle the matter on behalf of an Everman. Or an Ashanti man.
You don't even understand English. I'm giving an example. Then you meet your fellow human being. You know he's a human being.
Yes, you know he's a human being.
But if even he talks English, at the end of the day, you will be able to understand what the fellow wants or needs from you. Yes.
Oh, beautiful conversation, man.
It is.
Yeah, full of education. So you might be living a very successful life. Praise the Lord. But you could be serving a living God with all your might and you will still be encountering problems. The problem could be coming from your home. Something your father or your mother did, or something you did on your own when you were younger.
Yes.
Or you even know, but you are challenging its powers, so you decided not to book it.
Yes.
You know, we have people who were, pagans or who were following tradition before they transitioned to become Christians or Muslims.
Yes.
They feel so strong that they say, no, these ones, it's powerless.
I believe in God.
Some even burn it.
For that matter, there's nothing beyond God's work.
Yeah. For such people, how do you handle them?
Yeah, such people, we can, it's only people like us who can see the problem. You know, without knowing a person's sickness, you can't give medication. We see the problem and knows where the problem is coming from. We invite the spirit of the person to consult it and tells it what we do to satisfy the spirit. And when that is done, you see that the fellow will now
be okay.
Okay with everything.
What is in this bag?
This is what is carrying the whole problems that people have. That is what is called the kolgu.
The kolgu?
Yeah.
The problems that people have.
People have. Yes. This one, it contains of the tongbang, the wuni that I talk about. Then it consists of what we call jassy. The jassy is twins.
Okay.
Yes. When you give birth to twins around our place, we call them jassy.
Jassy.
Yes, twins are not given like just normal. Yeah, when you come to the traditional life, before a person gives birth to twins, there's always a meaning. Maybe your grandfathers, two of your grandfathers that stands at your back, or that has been protecting you has come back to be, so they have come back to life. You get, and all this, before all that happens, you will see that a person must be close to your ancestors before they comes to you.
You
If
must
are
be
not
close
good
to your
at them,
ancestors
yes, or
before
if
they can come to you.
Before they can come to you. That means you are aware of those things. They can tell you, you can find it difficult in marriage, then they will tell you to go to your father's hometown, your father's home. There is something called Jasi to do it. When you go to do it, you will get a good wife to marry, and at the end of the day, the woman must give birth to twins. It means your sacrifice was perfect.
Your sacrifice was perfect.
Yes, that is what it does. And when you do it, even though before you give birth to the twins, you will see that you will be getting things double. If you pray for the good, you always get it double.
Yeah, double.
Yes.
Yes.
If car is a problem to you,
when you pray for it,
when this Jasi stands at your back, before you get a car, you get them double. You get one, you get again. It's if a house is a problem for you, and you are close to this, you know, you commit yourself to it. Before you get a house, you get a house again. It means double. The Jasi
means double. So if you have them behind you, whatever you get is multiple.
It's multiple. You have close life to it. You get multiple things to your dream. Anything you wish you get before it comes into being, it comes double. Yes. That is it. And when they come to you by force, that you are not aware of, you see that some people give birth to twins and they even find it very hard to live. They will have to be begging.
Yes.
Because it's not easy to take care of one child.
And now you are taking care of two at once,
taking two at once. So until they go to do this back at our home, or the truth of our culture, you see that the mother carries them around to beg. You can see that sometimes you go to a malam and the malam will tell you, go and find something and go and give to twins. It means you have the Jasi at home where you don't even know again.
You don't even know.
So you are doing that sacrifice. You are giving that to the twins to plead that particular ghost that at home, that is at home that you don't know.
So that ghost at home which is standing behind you is Jasi.
Yes,
it's a twin god.
That is why
the Malam but you don't even know.
You don't even know.
That's why the Malam is asking you to go and do charity to twins.
You see, you can need something from somebody. Then you will now go to a Malam. Then the Malam will say, before the person will give you what you want, go and do Saraka and give the Saraka to twins. And you will now go and give the Saraka to the twins. And the fellow will now give you what you prayed for. And give you more again.
Yes, double.
Yes, like your client is finding it hard to give out what you want or to go by what you ask him for.
Yes.
And you now go and do something like this. If you are far, you can't come close to me. You don't have like the resource for us to do what is expected
of us.
Your Jasi is needed. We can show you some small items to be given to twins. Wherever you find yourself, when you give it to them, you will now get something first. What you get first, we now take part of it to solve this your problem for you. Then you see that you get more. Because we know another one will still come. Yes. That is how the spirit of the Jasi works. And the Tungbong, I can like sacrifice my hometown Tungbong for you. If you want to become a president, if you want to become an MP, you get wherever you stand at an MP, there are ghosts there. You get, it's very convincing. The ghosts can convince people spiritually. Yes, being in when you found yourself around them. Yes, so I can come to your hometown and start going around doing sacrifices for your gods. I will sit at my home. That is the use of the Tungbong. And invite
the one in the back.
The one in the back. And invite the Tungbong at, that is the ghost, at where you at your constituency.
Jurisdiction, that constituency.
Yes, see, you are. I can gather them or make a sacrifice on that to get the people convinced, whether the people like it or not. The spirit of the place must choose you. And when the spirit chooses you, there's nothing that will stop
When the spirit chooses you,
No.
But the people will decide with their brains who to vote for.
Yeah, that is why I said it's very convincing because it's about brain. You can do all this when you don't have a good life to the people, or you are not qualified for what
what the position
you want. In the process of this, we will get to know that this person, what he wants, is not something that is not where he's fit to be. Yeah, the fowls will talk. When you kill fowl for the gods, the fowl talks to whoever understands. You get people like who will understand. The first fowl giving the problem to the gods will tell us that no, you don't have to go on with it. We worry ourselves. If even we get it for you, but the people of the place are not going to be comfortable with that. All that the gods will tell us that we will know if you are okay with the condition. Some people use forced.
Some people will still force their way.
So
Nana Gentong is his name. But before we go, will you let us see some of the things in the bag, or you won't show us any of them? You just show us the bag.
I can show you.
Show us like one or two before we go, so that they will know that truly there is something in the bag.
Okay.
Tengbang.
Yeah, this is Kwalogo.
This is Kwalogo.
Yeah, it consists of the Tengbang, the Wuni, and the Jasi.
Wuni and Jasi. So let's get to see what's in the leather bag.
This one is what is served as the Tengbang.
This is the Tengbang.
Yes, this is made of the skin of an elephant, very big, and the skin of a hippopotamus, and the skin of the bush cow, buffalo.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what it consists of. These are the strongest and the biggest animals that
in the forest.
Yes, so this can contain any type of force. This type of tongbong can contain any type of force. And you can take it anywhere or sit anywhere and call any other tongbong to come and conversate with it.
And they will come.
And when you want to give them something, you give them through this one. And
then they will receive it.
They will receive it.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the wuni.
The wuni tree is there. The wuni is in this.
Okay.
This is like a bush pig. You know, there's some pig that has a two long teeth, like a pig in the bush. They live in typical forest.
Honestly, names are coming, but I don't know which one it is. So, bush pig.
Bush pig. This is the teeth of
bush pig.
Bush pig. Okay. That is what contains the wuni.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the last one.
And the last one is the Jasi.
The Jasi.
Yes.
And that's the twin god.
Yeah, that's the twin god. This one is called Takuga. It goes with this.
Okay.
When you want to call the gods, once you shake this, any gods around here will start to talk to me. I will understand.
You will understand.
Yes.
Once you shake it.
Even though I'm not aware there's gods here, if I should sit down here, bring out the call, we shake this. Any gods that even the people of this community has forgotten, I will see. And I can sit here and direct you to where the gods is and how is described. When you get to the place, it's under a tree, it's under where.
And you will find it.
Tree. When you live here, then you go, you will find it there. Well, I don't know that.
Nana Gentong is his name. Nana, let's wrap up here. I think it's been very educational. I like the topic. I like your explanation. Everything is clear, unless you are not listening. But if you are listening, you get to understand exactly why some people are facing challenges, even though they seem to be having a very successful spiritual or religious life. Maybe it's from your home and you wouldn't know. So it's very, very important. Your father traveled to the US, gave birth to you over there,
all
did
these
everything.
Problems can let you travel around like through all spiritual men. And if they don't see this problem to be taken out of your life,
there's nothing that works
within you.
Because it's coming from the main gods.
Yes. So the spiritual man has done everything perfectly, but you wouldn't see.
You wouldn't see it
result.
Because the root of the problem has been seen and solved.
Yeah.
What's your contact?
My
contact.
0249. I use MTN. 0249 762636.
Again.
0249 762636.
0249 76
2636. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for those of you who have questions, and maybe other media houses who would like to have Nana Jentong to also come through and share his knowledge about the spiritual world, you are welcome. And if you happen to call as an audience or as a viewer, please ask all the necessary questions.
You can
before
ask all on
you
video
proceed.
call to see the process, how
because
your
at the end of the
problem is
day,
seen.
you'll be fully responsible for whatever goes on in terms of conversations, work and all. So please do the needful. Thank you very much, Nana Jintong.
You are welcome.
I would love to have you again soon. We're out.